All right, let's jump right into the heart of a cricket thriller, because this isn't just another match. No, this is the series decider between India and New Zealand. And believe me, the entire contest is hanging on this one single game.
So let's get straight to it. Look at that number, 338. In a 50-over match, chasing a score like that is a mountain to climb. Every single run, every single ball is absolutely critical from here on out. And this isn't just about winning one game, you know? This number, 338, it's the key to the whole shebang. The team that comes out on top after this chase doesn't just win the match, they lift the trophy. The stakes, they just don't get any higher than this.
And here's where we are right now. India is underway in this massive chase, and they're scoring at a pretty decent clip. But, and it's a big but, they've already lost a crucial early wicket, 40 for 1. Yeah, the pressure is on, big time, right from the very start.
Okay, but wait a second. How do we even get to this point? To really understand the sheer pressure of this chase, we've got to rewind. Let's go back to the first innings and see how on earth New Zealand managed to post such a mammoth total.
So, this brings us to the Kiwi innings. And really, it was a tale of two completely different stories. A start that looked like a complete and utter disaster, which somehow transformed into a display of just pure dominance.
I mean, this timeline tells an incredible story. Just look at that start, 5 for 2. 2 wickets down and just over and over. It was an absolute catastrophe for New Zealand. They were completely on the ropes. But then, just look at this gap. From the 12th over all the way to the 43rd, nothing. That huge space, that's where the entire match was turned right on its head.
So, from the absolute ruins of that disastrous start at 5 for 2, New Zealand didn't just recover, they rebuilt. They fought back and constructed an absolute fortress of a total, ending up with an unbelievable 337.
Now, a comeback like that, it just doesn't happen by accident. It was engineered by 2 players who delivered when their team needed them the most. These guys were the architects of that incredible turnaround.
And what a tale of 2 perfectly contrasting centuries it was. On one hand, you had Daryl Mitchell playing the anchor role, just carefully building this masterful 137, and then, at the other end, you had the aggressor, Glenn Phillips, who just smashed a blistering 106 from only 88 balls. 2 totally different styles, one absolutely game-changing result. And their effort? Well, it resulted in a monumental partnership of 219 runs. Just think about that for a second. They came together when the team was struggling at 58 for 3. By the time the next wicket finally fell, the score was 277. That is, simply put, game-changing stuff. And hey, the Centurions weren't totally alone. You had some crucial runs from Will Young at the top, and then some real fiery hitting from Bracewell and Clark at the end. Those were the little cameos that provided the finishing touches to that massive total.
So, faced with that massive score, how did India respond? Let's take a look at their counterattack. From the bowlers who tried to stop the bleeding, to the batters, now tasked with this, well, historic chase. You know, even amidst that onslaught of runs from Mitchell and Phillips, a few Indian bowlers did manage to find some success. Arshdeep Singh and Harshit Rana were the picks of the bowlers, both of them bagging 3 wickets each and making sure that total didn't climb even higher.
And then it was time for the chase. India knew they had to attack from ball 1. Rohit Sharma came out firing, hit a couple of quick boundaries, but that high-risk strategy backfired, and he was out early. And that brought the master of the chase himself, Virat Kohli, to the crease.
Which brings us right back to this very moment. All of that history, all that drama has led us here. The live, unfolding action with the entire series just hanging in the balance.
Now this number right here, this is what will dictate the rest of the match. It's the required run rate. You could call it the pulse of the chase. And at a demanding 6.79, India has to keep their foot on the gas every single over.
So the equation is pretty simple, but the task is just immense. 298 more runs needed to win. But, and this is the huge thing that gives India hope, look who's at the crease. The captain, Shubman Gill, alongside arguably the greatest chaser in the history of the game, Virat Kohli. And so, that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? With 2 modern-day giants at the crease, is this mountain finally climbable? Do they represent India's best hope, or is the summit just too far to reach? The answer is being written, right now, out there in the middle.